Hi guys, this is your host NJ, and today we'll discuss the Vedic connection of Jupiter. So, like the way I've been telling you guys a lot on mounts and Mount of Jupiter specifically. So, in this video, we will discuss that what does our Vedic scriptures tell about in terms of the remedies and in terms of the connection of Jupiter in our lives. So to begin with, a quick overview on the mounts. So mounts are these cushy padded portions at the bottom of the finger which are so important in palmistry that many palmists have even gone to the extent of describing them as the reason of our creation in this lives. These portions are being seen as the presence of divine in our lives. Medically, these are also known as that the strength and weakness of these mounts depend on the development of the certain sensitive areas of the brain and their condition controlling the mind and the physical structure of an individual. So if the apex, let's say this remains to be the apex of the mount. So if you'll find it little bit shifted above at the top of the mount closest to the finger, then in that case the mount would remain to be very good. The significations attached to the mount will increase in someone's life. If you'll find it shifted towards the bottom, that the prominence of the mount gets decreased, and if we will find it at the center, then that will be considered as a normal mount. So we have discussed all of that the presence of the positive and negative signs, like the presence of a sign of a triangle, sign of square, sign of star, are considered as very good on this place. And we have also discussed that if you will find this finger high set on the palm, so that would automatically give larger area to this mount, hence increasing the significations of this mount in someone's life. So we have discussed all of that. Now comes the last part of discussing the Vedic connection of Jupiter. So to understand that, the first of all what is important you guys to know is the signification which is being attributed and assigned to the Mount of Jupiter. So in a nutshell, Mount of Jupiter tells about your ambition, your leadership qualities, your sense, your pride, your desire for respect, your love for nature, your love for food. So all these things get associated and seen from this place. And in case if you'll find this portion very depressed, the Mount of Jupiter very depressed or very deficient, then in these cases, or inflicted with negative signs. So in those cases, the negative things, the negative traits associated with this Mount of Jupiter are that this person would remain to be very proudy, very egoistic, too much of indulgence in food and drink, and no ambition. They, rather than being a leader, they would tend to be a follower. So these are the things which are assigned to this Mount of Jupiter. And this mount is very easy to diagnose because a very well rounded and padded portion can be easily seen in the majority of the hands. So unlike the case of the Mount of Saturn, which remains to be very flat. So now comes the Vedic connection. So the Mount of Jupiter. So if we have to discuss the traits and we have to define the Jupiter, so its association in numerology is that number 3 is assigned to the planet Jupiter. Now comes the color. So yellow color has been assigned to Jupiter. So in our scriptures it has been written that Jupiter is represented by yellow color, but in terms of the medical point of view or the scientific point of view, if you look at it, so the Jupiter light, if you see it from the prism, it reflects the blue light. So many modern palmists and modern astrologers also assign blue color to it. So yellow and blue color can be associated to the planet Jupiter. Then comes your gender of the planet Jupiter, which is assigned as male. Its caste in our Vedic scriptures has been assigned as Brahman, the intellectual. Then comes the, we have discussed the gender, the caste, the nakshatras. So every planet rules 3 nakshatras. So the nakshatras ruled by planet Jupiter are Punarvasu, Vishakha and Purva Bhadrapada. So these are the 3 nakshatras ruled by planet Jupiter, Punarvasu, Vishakha and Purva Bhadrapada. Then comes the direction ruled by planet Jupiter. So the direction ruled by it is northeast. Then comes the we have discussed the numerology association, color, gender, caste, nakshatra, the direction. Now comes the season which has been assigned to it. So in Hindi we call it Hemant Ritu or the pre-winters. Now a quick overview about the body parts represented by planet Jupiter. So the Jupiter rules our nose, our nostrils, our liver, our thighs, our body fat, so and even the brain, feet. So all these things are ruled by the planet Jupiter. So even if in the cases when we look at the sign of affliction or diseases, so these are the components, these are the areas of the body which remain to be vulnerable. In case if Jupiter, the mount of Jupiter is afflicted, or in the finger of Jupiter is afflicted with negative signs, so these are the body parts where we can expect or remain vulnerable to the diseases. So body parts we have discussed. Then comes the the places. So the places represented by planet Jupiter are school, churches, monasteries, yoga centers, meditation centers, even the court. So all these places are being represented by planet Jupiter. Like the way when we were discussing the mount of Saturn, we were discussing the planet Saturn. So it represented all those places which are very remote, which are in a very dilapidated structure, in a very bad condition. And in the case of Jupiter, as it represents your wisdom, your knowledge, so it represents your school, your monasteries, your churches. So all these places which are the hub of knowledge and the enlightenment, the yogic centers, the meditation centers. So all these places are being represented by the planet Jupiter. So then comes the profession. So the teachers, counselors, even the judges, the lawyers, priests, temple workers. So all these professions come in the domain of even the consultation. So all these professions come in under the domain of Jupiter. See, the professions assigned to a planet can be many, but it's just like that. I am just giving you people a line of thought to think about, so that then you can just other profession you can also cap in the same category. But the arts type profession which are represented by planet Jupiter are these only. The teacher, the counselors, judges and priest and the temple workers. So these remain to be the arts type professions which have been written in our scriptures. So we have discussed all of that. Now comes the part of discussing the remedies. So the remedies, the first remedy is the gemstone. So in case if you are going through the affliction of planet Jupiter in your life, in terms of disease, in terms of blockage in your wisdom and trouble and hurdles in attaining your ambition, fulfilling your ambition, and there can be so many. So the list of remedies, the kind of remedies which you can think of opting are first meant to be the gemstone, which is yellow sapphire, and topaz. Second remains to be the donation, which remains to be yellow flowers and clothes, then you're donating your banana, sugar, salt, so these are the kind of articles which you can think of donating if you want to strengthen the position, the condition of Jupiter in your life and all the significations attached to it. So you know, like the way I always say that lines are not permanent in our palm, in our hand. They just represent, they just tell about the state of our subconscious and also about the state of the upcoming events which are going to schedule and happen in our life. So same is the case with the mount. The puffiness of the mount or the deficient mount, all these conditions of the mount can also be changed by opting proper remedies and by changing our thought process. So that is the only reason why I always you know, take refuge in palmistry, and you know, that is the only reason which made me fall in love towards palmistry, is because it proves that nothing is predetermined in this life. By the change in our thought process, by change in our habits, we can just change the outcome and the things which are predestined in our life. That can be changed just by our force of will and determination. So list of donations items we have discussed. Now comes the part which is Rudraksh. So five-faced Rudraksh is Pachmukhi Rudraksh is assigned to the planet Jupiter. Wearing a five-faced Rudraksh could just help to negate the afflictions given by or someone going through the affliction of planet Jupiter in their lives. So this remains to be very effective, wearing five-mukhi Pachmukhi Rudraksh. Then comes the fourth, which is our Yantra. So this is the yantra which, keeping in your position, can just help to remove the ill effects of the planet Jupiter. So this yantra also has been given strong significance and strong importance in our ancient Vedic scriptures. Now comes the part of the recitation of mantra, to which I give maximum importance. So the beach mantra of the planet Jupiter is So this is the beach mantra of the planet Jupiter, which is Om Gram Greem Grom Sah Guruve Nama. So the recitation of this mantra, in our scriptures it is written as that in Samudik Shastra and in so many scriptures, the number of the times which you need to recite this mantra is written as 19,000 times. So doing the recitation of this mantra can just ensure that the negativities of the planet Jupiter, all the affliction of the planet Jupiter can be removed from your life and the positive results can be ensured. So I give major emphasis to the mantra recitation as well as the worship. So the deity which is being associated with planet Jupiter is Lord Vishnu. So worshipping Lord Vishnu with repeated faith can just help you get blessed with all the positivities and all the blessings of the planet Jupiter in your life. So the beach mantra which has been ascribed to the like the mantra with which you can worship Lord Vishnu is Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Namah. So this is the mantra which is used to worship Lord Vishnu, apart from the multitude and innumerable mantras, but this is the root mantra with which you can just please Lord Vishnu and can just get the blessing of the Lord Vishnu in your life, and all the significations which are and all the traits and attributes which are being governed by the planet Jupiter, which remain to be your ambition, your fulfillment of your wishes, and your pride, your ambition, your moralness, your humanitarian pursuits, and all these things can be ensured in a right quantity in your lives. So this is all what I had to say on this. I hope you guys found this video informational. So we have covered everything on the planet Jupiter, on the mount of Jupiter. So in the next video we will start doing the other mounts and we'll discuss those in detail. So for further more updates and notification on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.